Welcome to another episode of Saint Vincent Untold Stories. I showed you a video in which the big man said that dozens of millions of dollars is needed in Saint Vincent. And I showed you proof which he said that he is the one that is going to buy Gomery's land. But all of a sudden, they changed it wrong and I said they are going to exchange lands. I remember I did an episode asking why Mr. Cornelius John's family did not come out. Like when the big man and sons came out, when he got the object. And after I did that episode, his wife dropped the charges. And now we have the son speaking out. And now everybody's saying untold stories. Every time you hit the hammer right on the nail head, once you say something, it comes to pass. I remember I told you that residents of Sandy Bay and surrounding areas must reach out to one of the news entities. One of the news entities must go up there and get the truth. So said, so done. Big ups to all of my subscribers. And if you are new to the channel, here's what you do. You hit the like button, the subscribe button, and you make sure to hit the bell icon if you want to always hear the truth. If you look back in biblical times with the Messiah and so forth, you wouldn't know that he was a carpenter and the men around him were farmers, they were fishermen and so on. So persons would say, the messenger is this, the messenger is that. Do not look on the past of the messenger, study the message. When God spoke to Jonah and he was going to Nineveh, Jonah complained. He said, I can't preach. I don't know what to say in Nineveh. Jonah ran and he ran. Remember that song they sing in a church? Running like a fugitive from God. He ran, man. But eventually he ended up on a boat and he still didn't want to go. So the master sent some rough seas. In order to calm the seas, Jonah was thrown overboard. And he was swallowed by a whale. And then after he said that he would go to Nineveh. Some say it's a parable, some say it's a myth, and some say it's a truth. But with God, nothing is impossible. So I believe it. You saw the episode that we posted in which the big man said that he is going to buy Gomery's land. Then the regime came back and said that they are going to make a swap. Why did that change? It is because the people started to speak out. Let us be rational. What is the value of those lands? It is alleged that they were bought at 10 cents per square foot. Plus, they are located in the red zone, right underneath the Lasafre volcano. Plus, the rivers are there to cross, and the volcano is still steaming. So we want to know what is the value of those lands. That is why we are warning the people of OTR. You see, if you move to Orange Hill or lower down, when you are ready to sell, then you can get a higher value for those lands. You see, another rep is smart. He knows that. Just like salvation, common sense cannot be bought. No matter which university you go, you can go back and you can review the episode. When he said that he was buying it, he never said anything about public servants or anyone making a choice. He said that he is going to buy it. So now how come public servants came into that? The other side is not fully focused. They are concentrating on $95 million. Remember that happened a long time ago, so they are going to spin around the thing and say this happened and that happened. You needed to concentrate on the volcano relief monies at present right now. So anything goes wrong, you are right on the ball. Dozens of millions of dollars, big man. Can you hold that in your hand? Or is it going into bitcoins? I already did an episode telling you what happened to Mr. John. I told you that he was a supporter of the big man, and he probably still is. And it is alleged that members of the big man's team went to his home and hit him with a popo in his leg. I told you before to look at the news sites in St. Vincent carefully. Once that news site is on the big man side, you only see a positive post about him. No matter what he does wrong, they would not post it. So that only goes to show that they are supporters of the big man. I told you before that untold stories went doorstep to doorstep, 365 days per year, and we are not going to sugarcoat anything. Remember, we did our research first. And we are talking from experience, and no one has to come and push anything at us. You see, I knew that Mr. John's wife would eventually drop the charges and his family members would come out as well. But the right buttons wasn't pressed. You see, the mistake was made when the big man got the object when his sons came out. So, Untold Stories saw the problem and saw a solution, and we highlighted it. We said that the big man's son came out for him in front of all the cameras. But Mr. John, who a popo was placed on his foot, his son hid behind a camera. What is that one? So, the big man's sons care about him. So I was wondering, doesn't Mr. John's son care the same way? And that is just the same thing that is happening in Sandy. You follow them going back home without your place being fixed properly because they know what they are getting. They are main supporters. So you come back, they don't care about you, they only care about theirs. Other than farming, tell us what other jobs have been creating mass employment in Sandy and surrounding areas. You have an opportunity to help out your Caribbean people. The money was donated to St. Vincent to help the evacuees. And most of the evacuees came from north of the Jai River. So tell me something, shouldn't that money be spent to develop your area? I told you before that too many big figures are being called. 1.6 million, 2 million, 3 million, and so forth. We need to know what the chopmen are getting, what the tradesmen are getting, what is causing so much millions, what is the cost of the materials, and so forth. You just come out and you give us this big number. When are you going to stop this division and join everyone in unity? Over 20 years now, some people haven't seen any form of employment. Every government institution that they apply to, they are turned away. You see, some people just talk it, especially those on the big man side. They get too easy, but they don't know what the other persons on the other side of the fence is going through. Do you know how many persons applied to go to pick fruits and to work on farms in Canada? Do you know how many applied for a prime grant a stimulus package and did not get it because there wasn't a party card holder? Did you ever ask yourselves that? Come September 9th, the big man has to go. Too much is going on right now, especially with the Garifuna people. And no one seems to know where the monies are going. If the big man stays in power longer, we might have to pack up and leave. We can't take this. Millions were sent to still persons like Chevron and Chief Tan has to be doing the big man's job. I am calling on the head of the United Nations again. Please make another trip. And this time, don't let the big man send his team to carry you around. Hire an independent body and go and see for yourself what is taking place. Because they would only carry you in to areas where they want to carry you and speak to people that they know are their party card holders. You see what I told you? That if a news entity goes into the red zone right now, the stories coming out would be different. You see, because the big man and his team went, then they are sorting people who would be afraid to speak up. Friday, I will say this again. After September 9th and everyone comes out, then it looks like the victory would be yours. But you have to warn your supporters not to wear any party shorts. We would be asking Lavaman and the entire team to come out on September 9th. Because you know our following is big. All of us would be there. With that being said, I just want to big up the entire population in St. Vincent, the regional islands and the international countries who are supporting and praying for us during this difficult time. Right now, we really need your prayers. I'm out. One last thing. When are the farmers getting paid?